Like,
Like,
I
wait,
was
what?
about to go, is everyone
I think he's
alive?
selecting a save, that's why. I think it usually goes black. You have to
Yeah,
choose
it
a
always
save.
kind of startles.
Because we're not allowed to see that area. Are you retiring to bed? Good night.
It's been 3 days since Hanayome. All the other mark bearers left the mansion. I'm the only one here now. I wonder when I'll be free of this mark. When can I leave this place? It's not even to scrap of meaningful information around. I looked around Sayakujo's bedroom to try to find something Mary mentioned. It's impolite to rummage through a woman's things, but I don't have the luxury to not do it. I searched every inch of the room, even under the carpet, but it came up empty. Seeing the dry blood on the floor reminds me of that horrifying sight I saw. I don't want to die like that. That sole reason has been my driving force in my struggle to survive since that day. But how long can I keep this up? That thought fills me with such dread that it feels like my leg could give out. After searching everywhere I can, I leave the bedroom. The deserted entrance hall feels colder than usual. Thinking on it, it's sort of been over a week since I first came here. I've gotten completely used to this strange mansion. It's not really something I want to admit.
How do you do, Lord Yashiki?
Mary gives me her usual greeting in her monotone voice. She's still a complete mystery. Though I can't say I'm not grateful to have someone to talk to now that everyone's gone.
Did you locate the master key?
No, I didn't.
I see. I was sure that it would be there.
I searched every accessible inch of the mansion. I found no info of value. All that's left is the locked room. I'm trying to find a Kujo mansion master key so I can open it. Mary said she thought it might be in Saya's Kujo's bedroom, but this clearly was a bust.
It is obvious. I should have spoken with Lady Saya more before she died. I deeply apologize.
Her voice carries a hint of sadness. She almost seems human when she does that. Looking more closely at her, I was struck all over again by just how strange she is. I haven't really thought about it since I've been struggling to survive, but how did she come into existence? Hey, Mary. Were you made by Saya Kujo?
No, I have served the Hyujo family since before Lady Saya was born. I was already here at the inn when I opened my eyes the first time. They say tools used for many years can come to house deities or souls. I may be something similar.
So, you're like a Kujo guardian deity?
That is an exaggeration. Though I would be very pleased if I could achieve such a status. Lady Saya's fate was most unfortunate. I will do my utmost to respect her wish to save all who bear the mark.
Her clear green eyes stare at me.
Lord Yashiki, thanks to you, many mark bearers have been saved. I am sure that Lady Saya would be extremely grateful to you. I very much feel the same way.
Her voice is emotionless, but it sounds just a bit softer than usual. Her face can't show it, but it feels like she's trying to express her gratitude.
Now, Lord Yoshiki, it seems a new mark bearer has made their way to the mansion. I hope you can find some clues as to the spirit that gave you your mark.
Before she can even finish her sentence, there's a knock on the front door. A girl bounces in wearing a fancy outfit. I blink dumbfoundedly at her appearance. Go ahead, Keebo.
Wow, look at this character. Nice to meet you. Good morning.
It's the middle of the night.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm used to saying it as a greeting. So Dr. Kujo lives here, right? Madame Yasuoka told me to come. Is Dr. Saya around?
Madame Yasuoka. Yep, no clue who that is. Sorry, but Saya Kujo isn't here. I'm Kuzo Yashiki. I guess you can say I'm representing her right now. Are you here about the scar? I can help.
Yeah. That's it exactly. It's actually called the mark, right? If you get it, your memories become a mess and you die soon after. Typo. That's what Madame Yasuoka said.
Well, calling me surprised. I didn't think anyone besides Saya Kujo knew about the mark. But this girl, she knows what would happen to her. But for some reason, she doesn't look depressed at all. Aren't you scared?
Yeah, I'm terrified. But being a scaredy cat's embarrassing. I want to hurry and fix this whole mark thing for my fans, too. I'm a pro, and forgetting the lyrics up on stage is a definite no-go.
I think I know what line of work she's in. She's an idol. Are you an idol or something?
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Kashiwagi. I sing, dance, and perform as a member of Love and Hero.
Oh, so that's your stage costume?
Yeah, cool, right? I headed here straight after filming finished. If I'd gone to my dressing room, my manager would have found me. The taxi driver stared at my outfit the whole way here.
Giggling, she removes her jacket and bares her shoulder. A familiar mark glares bright from her skin.
I'm stuck wearing sleeves right now because of this thing. And it's gonna be summer soon.
It seems as though this person is indeed a mark bearer.
Who's there?
Ai's eyes bug out comically wide when she hears a female voice out of nowhere. She may know about the mark, but it doesn't look like she knows about Mary. Mary updates Ai about everything so far. She starts with Saya Kujo's tragic death, recounts her encounters with the spirits. Ai seems surprised to hear Kujo is dead, but she does admirably well in her attempt to swallow this string of unusual events.
Now, Lady I, do you have any idea as to where you received your mark?
Probably when we filmed at the mystery spots. I don't think I had the scar until after we finished up filming.
I feel I should ask her for more details about this mystery spot tour. What kind of show was it?
A summer ghost story special. During the shoot, our guest star, Madame Yasuoka, and I got this weirdly shaped scar. The minute she saw it, Madame Yasuoka told me it was called a mark.
So I wasn't the only one to get one. This Yasuoka also got the mark. Is this person not coming here then?
Oh, I guess I forgot to say. Madame Yasuoka is on her way too. She'll just be a little late. She's stopping by her shop in Giza before heading over.
What should I ask next? Where'd you go?
We went around the 3 mystery spots that are rumored to be haunted. One was an old tunnel in O City. Another was a railroad crossing in T City where a lot of accidents happened. The last was a back street in H City.
Sure enough, H City was one of the places. What should I ask next? When did you notice it?
We were rushing everywhere because we were pressed for time that day. It just was suddenly there.
Well, that's not much help. I think that's all I'll get from her. You mentioned a street in H City, but where exactly was it?
Oh, just a sec.
I digs her cell phone out of her bag and flips it open.
I'm pretty sure it was in an email my manager sent me. Oh, there it is. It was K Miyamichi. Okay. It was K Miyamachi North Road. It was a pretty weird place. A ton of manholes were all over.
K. Miyamachi's North Road. The fire in the garage that a woman holding a Buddha statue was seen there. Is it just a coincidence, or...
Hey, you're kind of frowning. Is something wrong?
Oh, no, it's just...
It seems we have determined where you must go tonight. Please head directly to K. Miyamachi, North Road, Lord Yashiki. There may be a spirit trace there.
That's not the only thing I might find. There may be a clue about who stole the Buddha statues from H Shrine, too.
And of course, I'll come with. Our group has a song that goes like this. I'm not one to sit around and wait. I'll blast through those evil traps standing in my way with all my might.
Okay. Sounds like Love in Here specializes in a motivational type of song. Anyway, she seems willing enough, so I'll let her help.
What was up with that visual glitch in the beginning? You guys saw that?
It
like...
tends to
That
do that
happens
when
when
there's
it
something
zooms
disturbing. Yeah.
And when
Oh,
it's...
that was purpose? Okay.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
Yeah.
You remember the last time that appeared?
It's happened in every single one. Every single chapter it's happened.
Every single chapter? I don't know why I'm not...
The road runs through a quiet residential
yeah.
area. It's far removed from major crossroads, so it's totally deserted at this time of night. We look a little suspicious wandering around, but no one's here to report us.
Yep, this is the place. We were looking for a ghost here.
It wouldn't happen to be a woman wearing white carrying a statue, would it?
Actually, yeah, that was the rumor. I don't really remember the statue bit.
So, did you find a ghost?
No, we didn't. But Madame Yasuoka said she felt a bad presence throughout the entire shoot.
You keep mentioning Yashioka. What kind of person is she?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to explain. She is a famous fortune teller. Her predictions often come true. They say she's got true spiritual powers.
This fortune teller knew about the mark. Maybe she was working with Sire Kujo.
Oh yeah, I'd better email her. I've got to let her know about you and what happened to Dr. Saya.
I pushed some button on her phone. Cell phones are getting pretty common now. In 10 years, everyone would probably own one. Old and young alike. Technology evolves so fast. It's amazing.
Sorry that took so long. All right, should we get right down to investigating, Mr. Yashiki? If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
An old vending machine. Doesn't look like it's been restocked in a while, as it's mostly empty. A normal manhole cover. Looks like we need special tools to open it.
Huh? This one's got a different design.
It's true. It's the only one of an older make. It's covered in rust.
Huh, it looks like you can get a hand in. Can you lift it?
I highly doubt it. I should need special tools to open up a manhole.
Well, why not just try it? Determination and strength will get you farther than you expect.
Is that from one of your songs?
Come on, Mr. Yashiki. You take that side.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
The lid lifts, and the putrid smell waves out. I can't believe I actually got it open. The black void stretches deep underground. A rusted metal ladder is set into the side of the hole.
Does this connect to the sewers? Actually, it doesn't smell like it does. Weird.
In the rumor about the white-robed woman, the woman mysteriously vanishes. Could it be that she hid herself down here? Why don't we try going down for a look?
What? Are you serious? But I'm in my stage outfit.
So we're going to wait up here?
No, I'm coming. But don't you dare look up while you're climbing down.
Then go down first. I go down first and I quietly follows. The rusted ladder creaks when you put weight on it. That doesn't make me nervous at all. We make our way carefully, and it takes us a while to reach the bottom. I feel like this must go further down than a normal sewer.
It's like a secret entrance. Maybe for a secret society's hideout.
Ai's voice bounces off the walls above me. She's probably joking around to stop herself from freaking out. My feet finally reaches satellite ground. A concrete passageway stretches before us. I thought it's been ventilated in a long time. The musty air is stagnant and heavy, making it slightly difficult to breathe.
Definitely doesn't look like a sewer. At least my outfit won't get dirty. But where are we anyway?
How should I know? We just had to look around. There's a large iron box. I slip my hands underneath the lid and pull it with all my might. It pops open with an unexpectedly loud noise. There are a few tools inside along with what looks like a notebook. Got hammer, hatchet, and red notebook.
Wow, it was full of stuff. What does the notebook say?
I flipped through the notebook with eye. The lettering is very fine. It's impossible to read in such a dark place. But what concerns me even more is... what's that smell? A bizarre stench invades my nose, like a mix between tallow, perfume, and blood. It doesn't take me long to figure out that it's coming from the notebook.
I can't believe you're holding it. Could you maybe put it away? I think I might puke.
I'll put the notebook in my bag for now. The smell might permeate the other items, but some sacrifices are necessary. It's emitting a strange red light. Ai suddenly shrieks pitifully and stops in her tracks.
Mr. Yashiki, what is that?
She shakily points and I shine the light that way. Something dark and long is clinging to the wall. Is that human hair? What's it doing here? It's an old-fashioned, though well-built iron door. The paint's chipping in places, so it must be pretty old.
Whoa, that door looks ancient. I had no idea there was a place like this under the ground. Oh, could this be some kind of lab?
How could she say stuff like that with a straight face? Sure, her innocence is cute, but I get the feeling she's not particularly bright.
Hey. I'm sorry. Did I say something bad?
No, it's not that. I give an eyes reach for the doorknob. It's locked. Of course it is. Let's go. I don't want to stay here long, so I never get to finish what I'm saying. An old man jumps out from the iron door, yelling strangely. Greg.
Hey, where are you folks from? What are you doing on my turf? Huh?
He's smirking, but his tone is serious. Just then I smelled an odd stench. Since this old man is a homeless guy who's living down here. Nothing really.
That's right. Oh.
That's right. We haven't done anything.
I know she's trying to back me up, but she definitely doesn't sound convincing.
This underground shelter isn't a place for irresponsible layabouts like yourselves. Understand? So leave my turf alone and get out of here! Damn.
It disappears behind its iron door. It sounds like he's carefully locked it up again. Man.
Oh, that's sweet. Man, that surprised me. I wasn't expecting a person to come out. Oh, do you think that guy was homeless?
Yeah. Maybe not something you ponder out loud, though. Could be she's never seen one before. Still, that old man. Why did he pop out just to warn us? If the door is locked, then shouldn't he have to worry about being disturbed? But if I don't know why, then I should probably just do as he said. Let's go, he might come yell at us again.
Yeah.
We've seen just about everything we can. It seems to be an underground shelter. With the solid concrete walls, it's not quite like your standard shelter.
Well, we didn't find anything on spirits or that woman in a white robe.
At least the notebook shows some promise.
Too bad we couldn't get more out of that old guy. What's behind that door anyway?
From the moment we entered the shelter, it's been hard to breathe. Like there's a noose tightening around my neck. I thought it was because of the still air, but that might not be the only reason. Something in my head throbs. This place, it holds some kind of horrible secret. I'm almost sure of it. Do I somehow know this underground shelter?
Mr. Yashiki, you're kind of spacing out. You okay? You look pale, too.
I'm fine. It's nothing.
The air in here is pretty bad. No surprise you're feeling sick. Let's head back up for now.
Return to the entrance and begin climbing the rickety ladder. We climb out the manhole. The breeze that brushes my cheek is refreshing. The unpleasant air that pounded us underground starts to disperse. Greg.
Oh,
No,
Miss I. Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I think she's like the manager.
I guess.
I think it's a manager. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be the manager.
Oh, Miss I.
Oh.
I finally found you. Let's see.
That
Oh, okay.
manager.
It's not even a
Lights, go
question
ahead.
mark. You just don't know at all.
I'm glad to see you are safe.
Oh, Madam Yasuoka. Good morning. Great to see you. But what are you doing here?
I went to Miss Kyujo's mansion, but no one answered the door. I then got your email, so I came here. Still, it is hard to believe that Miss Kyujo has passed away.
This seems to be a woman that I keeps mentioning. The thick layers of makeup make it hard, but going by her voice, she must be pretty old.
I'm...
Toaka?
I think...
Yasuoka?
Toaka Yasuoka. You must be Mr. Yoshiki. I read about you in your mark in Miss Aya's email. It seems you've been working hard to keep those who have the mark.
Yashioka, how much do you know with the mark?
Good question. I'm sure I know less than what you are hoping I do. Miss Kujo told me about a scar like that and asked what I knew of it.
Oh? That's unfortunate. I was hoping for more.
I assume it's some sort of curse. Though I never thought it would be the work of inhuman spirits. Or that I would become a victim.
Yasuoka rolled up her sleeve, revealing the mark on her arm.
I've lived long enough already. I have no attachments to this world. But Messiah is still young. Do everything you can to save her.
I can't promise anything, but I will try. I'll need your help as well. I heard you have spiritual powers.
Mr. Yashiki, don't sound so suspicious. I don't care about spirits or ghosts, but she's definitely the real deal.
It's natural to be doubtful. I bet it's best not to tangle with spirits if you want to live in peace. However, Mr. Yashiki, you seem to have some spiritual powers of your own. Have you experienced something no one else has?
The mysterious voice I hear every so often suddenly comes to mind. I mention it to her.
Intriguing. Joan of Arc was famous for hearing the voice of God. But usually it's only spirit whispers. It may be an evil spirit or ghost. Or even the soul of someone who loves you, trying to save you.
If it's trying to help, I'd appreciate it if I could give some clearer hints.
I can do nothing about that. Humans and souls live separately. Imagine a long-distance radio signal. Static can garble the message.
A soul protecting the one it loves. Ah, how romantic. Mr. Yashiki, do you have any idea who that soul could be?
There's no way I would. I don't have any memories. Even if I did, it's not like there's a way I'd be able to know.
So, what's your plan now?
We were going to head back to the mansion. We need to report to Mary, after all.
Oh, and who might that be?
A doll. One that talks, even.
A talking doll. Not so strange when you consider it's the Kujo's family we're discussing.
She's not surprised at all, because the pays to specialize in the supernatural sometimes.
Shall we head to the mansion? I'm intrigued by this Mary.
As Yashioka climbs out of the car, her gaze turns nostalgic as she turns around.
It's been a long time. About 20 years now. Back 2 generations.
You know them a long time then.
It hasn't been that long. I had a falling out with Murasami, the second last head, and cut ties with them. They didn't even invite me to Murasami's funeral. The last head, Masamune, and Saya were kids the last time I saw them. Imagine my surprise when Saya contacted me a month ago.
Wait a second. First it was Murasami, then it was Masamune. And the current head is Sire Kujo, right? There's been 3 heads in 20 years?
That's right.
Yashioka grimaces.
The family is known for their short lives. Accidents or heart attacks. Very few have lived full lives. Gossips say their family is cursed.
The Sire Kujo didn't escape that fate either. It's probably just coincidence, but there's something about this mansion that tells me I shouldn't be so sure. It really is a curse. What's causing it? Could be divine wrath?
Ah, Miss Ai. You've been staring this whole time. Something the matter?
Well, there's something... Mr. Yashiki? Does the Kujo family keep animals out in their yard?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. And that black rabbit is odd.
That rabbit's back again? What was it doing here? Where did it go?
I think it was headed for the building. It had something in its mouth.
What was it?
I don't know. Too dark and it was far away.
You know that rabbit, Mr. Yashiki?
Kind of. I told him about the black rabbit I've seen on my investigations. Mary said it has some sort of spirit residing in it.
And now it's suddenly here. What could that mean, I wonder?
All at once, my heart starts pounding. I have a bad feeling about this. Like something's terrible about to happen. I find myself bolting to the entrance hall. Everything looks the same as usual here. Did Rabbit get inside the mansion? I quickly scanned the room for it. Mary is sitting on the sofa.
Mr. Yashiki? Over there, in the corner.
I turn in the direction eyes pointing.
What's going on?
Eyes voiced an audible shake in it. How the hell should I know? I have to force the words out of my mouth. My voice shakes like hers. Yashioka is silent. Mary lies on the ground, tragically broken. Her beautiful face is smashed to pieces. Next to her lies the rabbit. Its head is twisted unnaturally. Fresh blood stains the floor. Hey, Mary? I call out to her, daring to hope. I only get silence in response. Mary is dead. Though I don't know you say that for a doll. After that, Yasuoka helped me pick up Mary's remains as well as the rabbits, who work in complete silence, no one daring to speak a word. Mary is gone. I'll have to face spirits in a mark without her help from now on. Terror and dread threaten to consume me. Will I even be able to hunt down spirits like I've been doing? What the hell happened here? Did some sort of spirit do this? We know Kyujo's mansion isn't necessarily safe from spirit attacks. In fact, Sai Kyujo was killed by Hanahiko. And why did the rabbit come here? The last time I saw it was at H Shrine. Did it travel all the way here after that? And for what purpose?
Mr. Yoshiki, a moment, please. I found this while cleaning up. Do you have any idea?
She hands me a key ring with a single key on it. The tag attached to it said, Master Key. It's the master key to the mansion. What's it doing here?
Yes, I did say the rabbit had something in its mouth earlier. It could have picked up this key ring and carried it.
Are you saying the rabbit had the master key?
It's only a guess. It's also quite possible that Mary had it herself.
But Mary said she didn't know where it was. The truth is shrouded in darkness.
We can use that key to open up any room in the mansion, right? Is there a place you want to get into?
As a matter of fact, there is. There's one place I've been unable to check. The locked room in the southeast corner of the second floor. The room layout looks no different from that of the other guest rooms.
What are those tools on the desk? They look pretty strange.
That frame over there interests me. I like to see the photos inside.
There are two places of interest. Which one should I check first? On the desk is a board lined with tools. There are a variety of sharp chisels and long tools that look like spatulas all in a row. Next to them are bottles filled with paints and a stack of art books. What exactly were they making? The desk drawers are full of tools as well, but no documents or reports on the mark like I had hoped. I picks up a chisel and studies its handle.
This thing, MK, is engraved on it.
Sai Kyujo be SK, so...
Saya's father was Murasame Kujo, and her older brother, the head before her, was Masamune Kujo. Either one would be MK.
Yasuoka tilts her head in thought.
Oh.
I heard the Kujo family ancestors were tasked with making Buddha statues. I suppose either of them could have been influenced by that.
That's about all we learned from his desk. I'll check the other spot next. The picture frame contains several photos. Marionettes, wax figures, Japanese dolls. They're all photos of dolls. One of them is a photo of Mary's bear frame. It looks like she was still being put together. So the tools in the desk are used to make dolls. Was Mary created here in the mansion? There's a pad on Mary's right arm. Isn't that the mark? But I never saw anything like that on her arm. Plus, this one's a different color from the one its mark bearers have. A black mark. Ours may be red, but somehow this feels even more ominous. After examining the desk and the frame, we search the rest of the room as well. But we come with nothing more.
Aw, that's too bad. I was expecting an amazing secret.
We didn't learn anything more about the spirits on the mark here.
The only thing left is that diary we found in the shelter.
We just had to place all our bets on that. We returned to the entrance hall. I pulled the red notebook out of the bag I left on the floor. The flour and tallow smell assaults my nose. I feel my olfactory senses are shriveling.
What a vulgar stench. I recognize this from when we filmed on K Machamichi, North Road. It was only a brief whiff of it, so I thought I imagined a smell. But perhaps that's when I received.
Yasuoka scowls at the notebook. If she's right, then this notebook could be connected to the spirit somehow. Inside is the contents of a woman's diary. It almost seems like it was soaked in a pool of perfume. Stains and discolorations make most of the pages unreadable. But the last page seems clean enough. The date is from half a month ago.
Oh, the zoo.
Ooh.
As I await the fated day. Oh. Keebo, go ahead.
Okay. As I await the fated day, I recall my days as a teacher. The children called me Miss Zoo. Zoo, the keeper of the animals. Probably because I kept so many laboratory animals in the science lab. I got to be surrounded by my beloved animals, my cute little snakes. It was so much more fulfilling than my current boring research. But because of that foolish principal in the fire, the school was shut down. My paradise was stolen from me. I need to take back my paradise. The great Asura has bestowed upon me the wisdom I need to do that. Tomorrow, I will die. By the great Asura's abundant mercy, I will be reborn as Miss Zoo, so I may rebuild my paradise again. It is all as the great Asura has said. O great Asura, 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 Asura. Asura, 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 Asura.
The rest of the page is filled with Ashura. Did she lose her sanity while writing it? Traces of kiss marks cover the names. That combined with the choking perfume. The heavy weight of lust is overwhelming.
The dark passions in this notebook are really disgusting. I'll love to burn it to ash immediately.
So, this Miss Zhu who wrote this, could she be the woman from the rumors?
If she worked in a lab, it would explain the white robe.
But I wonder which school she was talking about. She said it was her paradise. Do you have any ideas?
Yes, I agree. It's the only abandoned school in this area that hasn't been torn down. It may be the paradise she wrote off.
If what the diary said is true, then the woman died after she wrote it. This great Ashura would have guided her in transformation to Ms. Zhu. I can't believe a human would choose to become a spirit of their own free will. Is that really possible?
She seemed fairly confident that she would be reborn. And the notebook being in the shelter might serve as supporting evidence. Perhaps she was meant it as a farewell to turn her life as a human. How sentimental.
Miss Zhu. So, is she the one that gave Madame Yasuoka and I our marks?
That's where we found a diary, so the spirit must know the place. It would make sense that it comes and goes from there, then, for whatever reason. Looks like we know where we must go next.
Time to go to H Elementary.
Back to H Elementary.
Here we go again. Maybe I'll sit on Mary's couch.
Got Mary now, the ghost.
My waifu is dead.
No.
I'm telling you, it's just as I said before. People who can hear voices are.
It's been a lecture from the moment we got in.
Most inherit that power from their ancestors. So I'm sure your family has similar powers.
It doesn't sound like it'll ever end. I zone out, staring at the road ahead of me.
By the way, changing the subject, you choose this.
Well, we need someone smarter with spiritual powers.
You've been to H Elementary once before, haven't you?
Huh? Oh, yeah. The sudden topic shift shakes me out of my drowsiness.
Could you tell me about your experience? It would be a good point to reference.
Sure, I don't mind. I tell her everything that happened with Hanahiko. It only happened a few days ago, but it feels like a lifetime.
see.
She nods repeatedly.
There has already been one. And you defeated it?
Yeah, basically.
Then if Mizu is in H Elementary, that means two spirits live separately in the same elementary school.
Lived separately? Two spirits existing in the same place. Is that even possible?
Of course, it's rare for powerful ghosts to live together in the exact same place. That's why I said separately. In Haruhiko's case, was there any area you weren't able to enter?
Now that you mention it, we didn't go to the second floor at all.
That decides it then. If Mizu is in the school, she must be there.
Yasuoka analyzes the situation calmly, as if working with an abacus. Even though her own life is on the line, it doesn't seem to rattle her at all. Yasuoka takes one look at me and smiles, like she read my mind.
Well, of course I'm scared, no matter my age. I'm still human. I'm just ready to resign myself if it turns out to be impossible. Some things go better once you give up.
Is that your advice as a fortune teller?
No, as someone who's lived as long as I have. Giving up makes life easier. That's how everyone gets to heaven in the end.
Yasuoka and I arrive at H Elementary.
So this is H Elementary. It really looks haunted, like they say. So the second floor is priority.
Yeah, that's right.
Then, let's go. We don't have time to waste.
One moment.
Took a while, but I guess we finally learned why there were a bunch of snakes on the floor.
Yeah, that's why we couldn't go up there.
Yeah, I thought at first, I was like, oh, it's just a general, like, evil spirit thing.
No, it's
Just
an
an
evil
excuse
spirit,
not to
but
go up
it's...
there.
This is
But,
my
yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
This is my floor. You guys are not allowed here. This is my paradise.
This is me
That's
and
basically
this is me and my snakes.
A flyer containing warnings now live with contracts. I turn over the torn flyer, but I don't find anything in particular. The battered shoe rack is covered in dirt. I return to the landing with the cracked mirror. I stare into the mirror, recalling how I felt back then. I quickly look away. I shine my light up at the ceiling instead. There's nothing there anymore. There are no traces of the rose vines or the guard's corpse.
Is something the matter?
No, it's nothing. I just want to check something. Spirits can do a lot of weird things, but can it really make corpses disappear? That would be ridiculous. Poisonous snakes covered the hallway. It'd be foolish to try to keep going.
Are you kidding? That there are poisonous snakes up here?
It'll be fine if we leave quietly. They won't attack us. I cautiously take a step backward. Suddenly the snakes react to my back. What the? The snakes flit their tongues in the air, trying to smell something. At the moment, they began to leave. They disappeared into the darkness of the hall before I could even blink. They vanished without a sound, all at once, as if they'd never been there to begin with.
They left. What was that? Some sort of trap?
I don't know. I looked at the snakes were sniffing my bag. The red notebook inside. Maybe this smell makes me think we were friends. Let's try going down the hall. I haven't gone this way yet.
Oh, is that so? How very exciting.
Are you being sarcastic?
Never. Going on an adventure at my age will be quite the story to tell in the future.
Yasuoka chuckles quietly. A piano plays somewhere.
That was a piano, correct?
I still my breath. I strain to hear any noises. But it doesn't seem like anyone's here.
What's this?
To pick something up off the ground. It's a piece of sheet music. Got sheet music. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Looks like piano sheet music.
A children's song.
Can you play?
Yes, of course. Well, I wish that was true. I'm utterly hopeless when it comes to music. I'm tone deaf. I have no sense when it comes to rhythm. Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you in that area.
It's an abandoned desk. Try feeling around inside the desk. I find something soft. This is wadded up piece of paper. I open it and see several sentences. It seems to be something someone failed to destroy. Dark fragment S. Portion of memo. Wave can control the shock. This creature is that great. This is to keep it locked. One fixture is holding the light is broken. Probably shouldn't risk walking under it. Something scrawled on the blackboard. I? Zen? It looks like the letters spell Eisen. There are more after that, but they aren't legible. Eisen. Ashura, I believe?
That's me.
Oh, shit.
Eisen. Sure, I believe.
Really? That's what it said?
It's difficult to explain, but I can see the direction the strokes are going. Following them, that's what it says. Altogether, it's Eisen Ashura.
Eisen Ashura, huh? It's not familiar. Is it the name of God or Buddha? But why is that written on the blackboard? The plant in a flower pot is wilted. Next to the plant is a plaque with a child's name inscribed on it. Like he's something stuck underneath the pot. I lifted it up and covered a dirty piece of paper. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, a feel of warmth flow through me. God's soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. Flecks of red all over the floor. They smell like iron. Long desk and what looked like sinks loom in the darkness of the classroom. This seems to be...
This appears to be a science lab. That takes me back. Still though...
Yasuoka grimaces.
It smells in here.
It's an irritating stench that stings the eyes. The putrid smell fills the whole room, like a box of onions have gone rotten. A look comes over Yasuoka's face, like she's remembering something.
Almost like the smell of death.
Even so, it's not like we can just leave. Let's get this done quickly so we can move on. The desk is scorched. Seems like there's more fire damage in here than in a staff room. This is probably where the fire started. There's a talisman in the dirt, dusty sink. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. God's soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. Opened the door and left the science lab. It's an elaborate anatomical model. Taking a closer look, I notice a huge tear in his mouth. It's making the mouth look bigger than it should. It was almost like an arm was forcibly shoved down it. It couldn't handle the strain. The mouth might be broken because someone stuck their hand down it. But that means something's hiding either in the mouth or torso. I could break it, but then it might break whatever's inside too. Nothing for it but to stick my hand in. I hesitantly slide my hand to the mouth. Something cylindrical is inside. I grab it and try to pull it out. Gah! It's a snakehead! Roused by the movement, snakes begin pouring out from every crevices.
Hurry. Step back.
I stumble backwards. The snakes slowly retreat back into the model. Seems they'll live inside it. But something's hidden in there. But to get it, I have to find a way to pacify the snakes. It's a shell packed with numerous chemicals. Getting closer, I see some large containers. I hear Yasuoka gasp behind me. Hands, ears, eyeballs. Body pieces that used to belong to a human are floating in liquid, perfectly preserved. It can't be. There's no way to use these as educational aids. They're extremely fresh for being samples. Probably because they were cut from a living body. But it doesn't seem like it's been that long since any of them were severed. Other than the jaws with human body parts, the cabinet has several containers of chemicals. Hands, ears, eyeballs. Body piece that used to belong to a human. A floating in liquid. Perfectly preserved. Taking a closer look, I noticed a large tag on the side of the container. Great Ashura down. The letters are messy but legible. Great Ashura? That must mean below where we currently are. So that would be the first floor. Recalling the school's layout, I think there was a similar storage area on the first floor. I'm not sure what it means, but it might be important. I decided to take the tag just in case. Got tag. I know they're not alive anymore, but it takes measured courage to search body parts. I stick my hand inside, half closing my eyes, and feel around the shelf.
Hold on, cat, on my way. Oh, is something there?
Well, yeah. I stopped myself from voicing my frustration. I can't make Yasuoka do something like this. I search of chemicals, formalin containers, unidentified samples, every nook and cranny. I find a few things I can use. A clear bottle with liquid inside. It has a label with a chemical formula on it. A brown bottle has an irritating smell. Its label is rotted and unreadable. And finally, a bottle wrapped in foil. It smells faintly of flowers, but it's likely just some kind of chemical as well. Got clear bottle, brown bottle, bottle wrapped in foil. Is that everything? Once I'm done looking around and stand up, a vinyl bundle in the corner catches my eye. I pick it up and realize that it's a tightly wrapped bundle of clothes. A white coat stands out the most. Must be a lab coat. Got bundle of clothes.
This is a science lab, so they're likely to have spare lab coats. Though, it is a bit concerning.
That rumor about a ghost in white. I and Yasuoka got their marks while filming a TV show about it at Kei Miyamachi. And all the other clothes along with the coat has been folded meticulously. Is it really just a coincidence? I open the cupboard and check inside. All I find is trash and dust. It's a sturdy wooden cabinet. It looks antiqued. The edges of the cupboards are rounded off. The cabinet door opens easily. The inside is completely full to bursting with something. I pull it out and discover that it is a garbage bag full of shredded paper. God, office trash.
You're going to take that with you? What an odd man you are.
We lift up the bag and shredded wad of paper falls to the floor at my feet. I open them up and see several complete sentences. Guess they failed to destroy this section. Got fragment 1. Their materials used in science class. It's a number of books, their materials, and encyclopedias about animals. I grab one and flip through the pages. There are a ton of notes inside, scribbled in thin letters. It seems there are simple explanations for the students. I take out the last book and look inside. A scrap of paper falls from in between the pages. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flow through me. Got soul power. The worn-out talisman crumbles silently in my hand. A trash bag found in a cabinet in the storage room. It's fully shredded paper. Could almost be a plump cushion. A portion of a memo. School broadcast? Wait, no.
A
Yasuoka.
school broadcast?
His strange voice echoes over the intercom. Static crackles before being cut off.
It seems we're being watched. I believe she said table.
Something might be on the desk. Let's take a look. That's a scorch. Seems there's more fire damage in here than the staff room. This is probably where the fire started. On the desk, scattered with lab equipment, is a small pencil and problem sheet. Are we supposed to fill this out? I take a sidelong glance at the problem sheet. I see what look like chemistry symbols. Looks like this is a science test. Something's written at the top in messy letters. Remember the experiments. That's right, I found several bottles of chemicals in a storage room. Are those chemicals used in some sort of experiments?
Flammable.
There's a pencil and problem sheet on the desk. Start the test. Pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Compound A is widely used. Oh.
Number 1 compound A is widely used as fuel or disinfection. Its chemical formula is CH3CHXOH. Okay, I wish I knew the periodic table off the top of my head because I know that's... What number should X be?
too. Compound N is exemplary acid and contains a salt that reacts to various metals. Which statement about compound N is true? It needs a light-proof container. It stinks when it's thick, and fragrant when it's thin. What compound is it? Indole. It seems we passed the test. At the end, the answer sheet. The next test is in the room next door. Proceed there quickly, students. Well then. Sounds like there are other tests.
Seems so. Perhaps she wants to test us.
Maybe. I mean, that's what tests are for. But why? I'm concerned, but I don't feel like guessing. More immediate topics should be discussed now that my senses are assaulted. Also, this thing really reeks. I didn't notice when I was focusing on the test, but the answer sheet stinks terribly. It's 100 times worse than that notebook, like a zoo in the dead of summer. I shut it tightly in a rounded pouch in my bag, so the smell doesn't spread. Got an answer sheet. Yashioka narrows her eyes at me.
Are you sure you said that securely? It still stinks. I haven't.
Huh? Yashioka is right. The smell has definitely gotten stronger instead of weaker. Sorry, I'll check. I look down and double check my bag. I spot something that looks like a box down on the floor behind the desk. Oh. My instincts realize what it is before my brain does. Hands and feet stick out of the blood-soaked cover. Inside that box is... I got to check to make sure, but I can't make myself move. Yasuoka seems to notice something's wrong.
I'll help you.
Just stay back. I'll check it. After gathering my courage, I reach out. I pull off the thick sheet. That hat's familiar. Sort of clothes. There's no mistake. It's the corpse of that guard who was hanging from the ceiling with Maui Watanabe. I collapse to my knees. A horrible feeling comes barreling up through my chest.
Calm down. It's okay. Come on. Take a deep breath.
There's a corpse. That's where the smell is coming from.
Oh, that's what it was. Let's quickly leave here. Pain will only make things worse.
I drag myself up woodenly, like a puppet on strings. The classroom next door.
What?
The next test is in the classroom next door. Let's go there.
Yes, let's. All these days make me feel like I'm back in girls' school.
Yasuoka is probably shaking, but she's putting on a brave front anyway. even act like that is helpful at a time like this. After all, there's no time to waste. Harry Carey's corpse here could be lurking around the corner. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Peek at the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. There are a number of long sentences. Looks like this is a science test. Something's written at the top in messy letters. Read the blackboard. The blackboard? I'm supposed to read it? I'm not sure that scribble is really important, but... The blackboard said, Eyes in Ashura. Extremely hard to read, but that's what Tawako Yasuoka said is written there. There's the pencil or problem sheet on the desk. Start the test. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Question 1. Believing in the Buddha is important. The Buddha is most extremely vital. You must believe in the incredibly strong great I. The incredibly strong great I is like an angel. You must erase the stench of corrupted humanity and become one with nature. This is called Zen unity. I. Question 2. Humanity is the embodiment of pain. They kill other animals. My fellow snakes also spend every day in absolute misery. My dear snakes hate this world, like they hate the sun and heat. This disaster is called the decline. Question 3. I carry the great I's talisman every day and seek rebirth. The talisman is important. It is a greater treasure than the brain or heart or life itself. This is shown not in words but deeds. If I walk with the talisman, I will become a trained Ashura. It seems we're past the test. At the end of the answer sheet. Next test, 2 rooms over. Don't enter the classroom next door. Off limits. Well, that's succinct. Got an answer sheet. Then go into the classroom next door. Why?
Perhaps she's hiding something. But being obvious has the opposite effect.
Pretty much. She probably didn't think it through before. It sounds like something's hitting the wall.
That noise.
Appears to be from the room next door.
It appears to be
Oh shit.
It appears to be from the room next door.
It sounds like something's in there. Let's check out the room next door. We can do the next test later.
Yes, go ahead and get us killed.
A jumble of wires wrapped around the door handle. This door appears to be locked by a wire stuck in the keyhole. I'll pull on the wire, but it won't move. It's been carefully and tightly wound, plus it's pretty thick. It's been impossible to cut it. Do you have something that can disintegrate metal? Yasuoka speaks up.
Would it be useless to try to hack it off with something?
I won't say it's impossible. I wonder if it's be that easy. I could use all my strength to try to cut it, but I get the feeling I won't get rid of the wire.
True, that would be a problem. In that case, we'll just have to melt it.
Melt it? But it's metal.
Didn't you learn about that in science class? Acid melts metal. Oh, do they not do that experiment anymore these days?
True, we could do that. We could be silent about removing the wire. If I have a chemical like that, it couldn't hurt to try it. I take the brown bottle out of my bag and stare at the label. It has a usage warning on it, and it smells like chlorine. It could be some sort of strong acid that could melt metal. Should we try it? I take off the lid and slowly pour the liquid on the wire. If I accidentally get stuck in the keyhole, it could be a problem. Don't rush, just a little at a time. There's a faint bubbling noise and the smell is indescribable. It seems like it's working like we hoped.
Oh, good job.
This must be some kind of shit.
That must be some kind of nitric acid.
Fortune tellers sure do know a lot. Then I think that should do it. I pull in the wire again. This time it comes out of the keyhole easily.
Well then, now we can check this room.
Yeah, let's go. Discard the empty brown bottle. The instant I open the classroom door, something glints in the darkness. Then a horrible stench makes me choke.
This is blood.
Beneath my feet, feels like I'm stepping in something soft, like mud. I shine my light into the room. What the hell is this room? It's as if I step into a slaughterhouse. The scene before me is horrific. Organs scattered across the floor, chunks of meat, an overwhelming amount of blood, and blank, glassy-eyed animal heads lined up across the desk.
How terrible.
Yasuoka struggles to retain her composure by covering her mouth with a handkerchief.
Are they useful sacrifices?
The word sacrificial rite comes to mind. But why the hell... Let's check it out. We need to look around. I'm trying to convince myself by saying it twice. Suddenly... There's a sound from the window ledge. someone here. Make way past the animal heads to peer cautiously at the line of dust near the window. A naked body is laying in a pool of red. Countless snakes are slithering over her. The woman almost looks like an animal, waiting for dissection. Actually, whoever did this to her would have been planning to do just that. Hey! Come help me! Someone's trapped! We grab onto her leg and hurry to drag her out of the swarm of snakes. I'm worried about her snake bites, but I don't see any other large wounds.
You're fine now. Relax.
Yasuoka speaks to her, but the woman doesn't reply. Her eyes are half open, staring vaguely. We can't let her die. Let's take her back to the mansion. She should be able to walk if we help her.
I agree. But she's completely naked.
Is this really the time to be worried about that? But speaking of clothes, I just remembered. Here, she can wear this. I unwrapped the bundle of clothes and pull out the lab coat for her to wear.
Alright. I suppose it's better than nothing.
Noise from the broadcast reverberates in the room. My flashlight blinks out. The Mars color grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes in. Damn it, she noticed.
What should we do?
We need to get out of here. I know H Elementary's layout pretty well. I should be able to find my way without a light. We got to hurry. Let's help her up. Hup! Yashioka takes a deep breath from the back seat. It sounds like a world-weary old person groan.
I can sound old if I want to. I am, after all, elderly.
Is this what they call a woman's intuition, or did she just read my mind? Does that woman look like she'll be okay? We cover her securely with a lab coat, but I still hesitant to look in the rearview mirror.
Watch where you're looking. Watch where you're looking. I can understand why you're interested, but...
I'm not trying to look, I promise. I'm clearly doing my best not to. Come on.
She's quiet. Her breathing's calm. She might be sleeping. Mr. Yashiki? I caught a glimpse.
What'd you see? I try to keep my tone with innocence.
The mark. I saw it when we were putting the coat on her. Right there on her body.
Oh. So we added another to our number. My heart drops when I think about how we'll have to tell her the truth of what's happening. But that doesn't mean I can avoid it. We'll have to tell her.
The truth is always cruel. By using the excuse to hide it from her, would be even crueler.
Keebo.
I have a name, you know.
The mystery woman seemed asleep, but she suddenly speaks up. You were awake? Sorry, we didn't know your name.
I'm Madoka Hiroo. I don't care what happens. All I want is to take a shower as soon as possible. Good work out there, Mr. Yashiki, Madam Yasuoka. Huh? Who's that lady?
Later. Hurry and get a bath ready. We lay a pale-faced hero on the sofa and immediately start treating her wounds. With her guiding us, we're able to give her proper first aid. There's a lot of swelling, but at least it seems none of the snakes were poisonous. After we finish, her face gradually regains its color. Hero emerges from upstairs, wearing the clothing we found in the science lab. Apparently they've been hers.
I almost died. Thanks for saving me, I guess.
Judging by the casual comment, it seems she's recovered her composure. She's still pretty pale, but she doesn't look shaken up anymore.
They only wanted to torment me, not kill. Small mercies. Otherwise, I would have choked on poison or been snake food by now.
Spirits drank the living to the depths of despair before killing them. That's what Mary had told me before. Thanks to the nefarious nature of theirs, she was able to be saved.
You sure you're feeling okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. I bounce back fast.
Who knows if that's true or she's just putting up an act. But, regardless, her emotional strength is impressive. So, what were you doing in the school?
That's what I'd like to know. I was chasing after a woman named Manabi Zukawa. I must have fainted. When I woke up, I was there. Zukawa, Could that be Miss Zu? Miss Zu? Oh yeah, I heard that was her nickname from when she was a teacher.
So why were you chasing it?
Hold up. My questions first. Who are you people?
We give her a basic rundown of the situation. She listens quietly, but can tell from her expression that she's not convinced.
I see. I understand. But believing you is something else. You say Zukawa might have become an inhuman monster? Save that talk for writing horror stories.
Her face twitches briefly.
How is it that you this Miss Zukawa?
She's a colleague from the lab. Not a lot of women work there, so we ended up talking together. And the second I let down my guard...
Sounds like Zukawa caused some trouble.
He stole something important from me. At first I had no idea where she disappeared to, but I searched her room in the dorm and learned where she's holed up. Going off her recent credit purchases, she's been shopping in H City. What? A spirit that goes shopping? People would panic if something like that appeared in a grocery store. What? Don't tell me you're serious. Wait, I know you. You're Kashiwagi from Love and Hero. You seemed idiotic on TV, so I guess that wasn't just an act. Hey, that's really rude. Supposing you're right and she's a monster, no way she'd go out in public. She obviously used the phone. I even checked with the company. A woman's voice asked them to bring the goods to a designated area. Paid in advance with a bank transfer, so the company delivered as ordered. Oh, and the delivery location happens to be a warehouse by H Elementary.
And just what were those goods?
Animals. No idea what connection she pulled, but they're from pet stores and ranches. Dogs, cats, pigs, snakes, horses. She even managed to get reindeer and ostriches. Black market, too. Spared no expense. With the Miss Zoo name, maybe she was starting a zoo or something.
What happened to those animals? She must not have noticed since she was in and out of consciousness at the time. Based on what he found in the room, she was held in. I can hazard a guess.
So I waited at the empty warehouse for Zukawa to come. At some point, I fainted. Next I know, I'm butt naked and in that terrible position you found me in. I'm sure she was behind it.
So then, is that also when you got your mark?
Mark? Oh, you mean the scar. I still don't believe it, but even if Zukawa happens to be a spirit, then I didn't get it from her. I had it before I went to H City.
What? So where'd you get it?
Chill. No need to get so upset. I suddenly had it when I woke up 9 days ago. Did you go to any haunted places the day before? Don't be ridiculous. Don't lump me with inappropriately dressed idols like you. The same goes for the scar. As if something like this could kill you or give you amnesia. Not only is that unscientific, it's absurd, absolutely impossible.
She's yelling, but doesn't hide how she's shaking like a leaf. She's clearly more frightened now than when she was talking about the snakes. I guess she has a fear of the supernatural too, just like Xiao.
That's all I can tell you. You're going after Zukawa, right? I'll help out.
Are you truly alright with that? You might die.
I don't plan on letting that happen, but if it does, so be it. I hate the idea that people can be happy by just being alive. I'm a scholar. Life is for satisfying my intellectual curiosity. And for that, I need to get that thing back from that thieving hag.
Is this more important than your life? What in the world does she steal from you? Seems she doesn't plan on answering that. But with no reason to turn her down, we should accept her help.
Okay, Mr. Yashiki. Let's get back to H Elementary.
Madoka.
Have fun.
what the old man's up to right now.
Living the homeless life.
Look, Greg, now you feel like you're doing Doki Doki.
Pretty much.
Oh, far from it. We return to H Elementary once more.
No!
If here is to believe, then what we saw in the classroom was Sukawa's doing. The Miss Teacher, Sukawa. There's no doubt that she has something to do with the birth of Miss Zhu.
Let's go. It's unlikely Zukawa is still hiding inside the building.
Sounds like Hiroo is determined to not recognize the existence of spirits. To get rid of the mark, we have no choice. We haven't been able to thoroughly investigate the room where we saved Hiroo. Probably best to start there. Let's go. There's several animal heads lined up across the top of the desk. These definitely look real. I'm not sure what was used to sever them, but the cuts look strangely clean. It's gross, but this would be a great place to hide things. I steeled myself before putting one hand on the head and shoving the other up the severed neck. You know, an animal head would be this heavy. It's like lifting a bucket of water. After much struggling, I tipped the head on its side. As the cream-colored plastic object shot up the esophagus.
What is that?
I'll pull it out. I find transistor megaphone. Got megaphone. What the hell? Megaphones are used a lot for school events and gatherings, so that's not surprising. But what the hell was it doing up an animal's neck? Was there a need to hide it in an esophagus? Sukawa did bring countless animals here. Her bizarre and insane passion is obvious in this room.
Mr. Yashiki, are you alright?
I realized I'm just standing there holding a megaphone that's drenched in yellow liquid. Yeah. Sorry. Everything has a meaning. If that's true, then this must be really important. Is the desk with its freshly severed animal head on it? It doesn't look like there's anything in the desk. The animal's eyes are staring at the wall. So it seems like it's alive. I try feeling around the inside desk. I feel something that could be paper. It's a scrap of paper. I open and see several sentences. It seems like someone failed to destroy this. This is the third fragment. I spread them out and stare at them. I can read the sentences in each piece, but I don't know how they fit together. I switched on and look at them again. Then, By a specific frequency of sound waves. Specific frequency of sound waves, huh? The end of fragment 1 and the start of fragment G seem to connect and form a sentence. I might be able to read the fragments if I line them up. Liquid is dripping from the mysterious organs hanging from the ceiling. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Peek at the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. I see numbers and mathematical symbols. This seems to be a math test. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Start the test. Pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Question 1. An ostrich can run from the first floor of the school to the second floor in 3 seconds. The school had 5 floors. How long would it take to get from the first to the fifth? "12 seconds. Question 2. Ostriches are extremely fast. They can run 60 kilometers per hour. How many seconds would it take them to reach a human bait 30 meters away? About 2 seconds. Question 3. An ostrich kick is very strong. Without an airbag, a human bait would die. Caution: when observing an ostrich, bring an airbag. The speciality is kicking after taking a long running start. If an ostrich's speed is halved, how strong would the kick be? Quarter as strong. It seems we passed the test. At the end of the answer sheet. Okay. Go to answer sheet. Animal classroom. It's not that room drenched in blood, is it?
Sounds like it.
I'm slightly worried about their special part. I hope it's not some weird test. That's probably what it'd be. There's a pencil and a paper. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Peek at the questions. I take a glance at the problem sheet. It looks like some kind of foreign language. I can't make heads or tails of it. I have no idea what kind of test it is.
I guess if the test was shoving your arm up a dead animal's esophagus,
This is taking tests
okay.
like to the extreme.
Yeah.
There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Start the test. I pick up the pencil and turn it over the paper. But for Freggie? The entire test is written in foreign language. I don't understand what any of it means. Just then, Hiro mumbles next to me.
Phrase 1. Huh. It's in German.
Can you read it?
I took it in college, so I know a little bit.
Oh no, it's starting.
It's been a while, but I'll try to read it. You write down the answers.
Thank you. Multiple choice.
Multiple
social
choice.
Oh, right.
It, it says this is a social studies test. Question 1. Please answer the following. During the Pacific War, Japan's mainland was bombed and a shelter was built in each city. Choose the correct period of when the war took place out of the options below.
Showa, 1926 to 1989.
Japan conducted a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, which started the war against the USA. Which phrase out of the ones below did FDR use to describe the attack?
Day which will live in infamy.
This is the last one. It's really short. In 1945, when the war ended, which country was allied with Japan?
Germany. We managed to get through it somehow. And then the answer sheet. There's a test in the last empty room. Go take it immediately. Okay then. Go to answer sheet.
Standard test questions. Not particularly elementary level, though.
I just want to say thanks. No way I would have finished that by myself.
It was no big deal. There's one more test?
Yeah, in the last empty classroom apparently.
Okay, let's go then. It's a good thing you brought me along.
Well, the glasses meant that you were smart, so... There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. I take a glance at the problem sheet. I see you look like music stats. I guess this is a music test. Start the test. I pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Multiple choice music questions. Like great assure the following questions. Animals can be controlled with frequencies. The experiment was a success. Question 1 is about snakes. What sound are snakes scared of? Please create Ashura from the following. What? You aren't scared. Question 2 is about pigs. What sound are pigs scared of? Please create Ashura from the following. Shit.
The song. Oh. Unless they aren't scared.
Question 3 is seals. Dangerous tools are sealed. Which one is not sealed? Please create Ashura from the following. Harmonica. pass? Did she just say we passed?
That's what it sounded like. I don't know what we passed, though.
We finished every test and passed. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's hurry with our investigation. I have a feeling something is about to happen. I'm not feeling good with how little soul power I have.
You have like only like 99 now?
I was debating if I'm gonna reload.
That was a bigger hit to it than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like... If you just had that 99 not there, you would have been dead.
This mount's ripped. It's making the mount look bigger than it should. It's almost like an arm was forced to shove down and it could handle the strain. And take out all the answer sheets I have and put them close to the model. And Snakehead pokes out from the model, suddenly slither to the floor. Are they dangerous? I quickly wad up the answer sheets and throw them through the window to the next room. The snake chased after them. Soon there are none left inside the model.
That startled me. They're gone now, right?
I stick my hand in the model and feel around. I found a paper box and a key. Got matches, music room key. Lost all the answer sheets. Ugh. The mark burns, Scarlet. Half an hour left until death closes in. Has much time passed already? Hiroo? I actually call out to them.
What's the matter?
You aren't feeling strange?
Why would I?
I was suddenly reminded of Christine Arimuri. She didn't suffer from amnesia or stupor when confronting Shimio either. That was because a different spirit gave her her mark, which means heroes also...
If you have something to say, just say it already.
Now isn't a time. I'll explain it to her later. In any case, it's started. We need to hurry and find any remaining clues.
You're such a weirdo.
Says the naked girl in snakes.
I'm not sticking my arm up in dead animals and...
Well, someone has to save us. Opened the door and left the staff room. The way the score is laid out, it should be right under science storage room. That reminds me. There's a strange tag attached to the formalin container. I'm pretty sure it said, Great Ashura, down. Does that mean the Great Ashura is below? Then that tag would be referring to this room. I take a thorough look around the room. There aren't any other suspicious spots here besides the trap door to the underground room. There's a wall with nothing on it. By all appearances, it looked normal. I tap around on the wall. I don't know why, but I've seen people in the shells do it. I think that's how you check walls. Huh?
There's nothing there.
It's not super obvious, but the center portion of the wall seems paler than the rest. If only enough skill to be able to tell if it was hollow or not by the sound. The thickness just kind of feels different to me.
What about it?
What should I do? I take out the hammer. I put out the flashlight down and grip it with both hands.
Wait a second.
This could call attention to me. This is where Hanahiko was. I don't think another spirit would come here. I tried just once. I'll take it down one swing. I gather my courage and swing the hammer against the wall with all my might. And a large hole, larger than I expected, opens up. I anxiously wait to see if I draw a spirit close. Luckily, it doesn't seem like anything's coming. That went a lot better than I thought it would.
I can't believe you just did that.
I see it wriggling in the darkness. I take out the clear bottom, pours liquid inside the hole. The shadows inside the hole flare about for a while, but then go back to normal. I take out the matches, light one, and throw it into the hole. A pillar of blue flames shoot out of the hole. The snakes writhe around, then vacate the hole en masse. They disappear into cracks in the walls and beyond the doorway. As the wave of snakes vanishes, I find something on the floor. It must have been carried out of the nest when the snakes fled. Got eyes in Ashura's talisman. But it looked like the snakes brought the talisman on purpose when they fled the hole. Like they were scared of it burning in a fire. Were they trying to protect it from the flames? It must be something really important then.
Just a quick note, it's 12 o'clock.
I know.
Yes. Make sure we don't get too far into something.
You still alive, Greg?
Of course. Old man still is alive and kicking. I don't call myself old, though.
I guess we'll stop here for Greg's sake.
Appreciate it. Thank you.